But all down through the years, the devotion and the belief in miracles has persisted, and thousands have made their way to Knock. The old apparition church was renovated, then a £1.75 million basilica was built, and finally Knock was given the ultimate seal of approval when Pope John Paul II came here on its centenary in 1979. Unlike Lourdes, however, Knock has never had a proclaimed miracle, although many extraordinary cures have been associated with the shrine down through the years.
Only 10 days after the apparition, Delia Gordon, a young girl who was deaf, completely deaf, got her hearing back here at Knock Shrine. She afterwards immigrated to California, and she was cured because she took some mortar from the gable and applied it to her ear, and she kept it all her life, and she's now buried in California, and they put the little bit of mortar in the coffin with her when she was buried. She was the first. Now, pilgrims came from the very beginning. They brought their sick, and Archdeacon Kavanagh had a whole list of cures, a diary of cures, which extended over the length of time that he was here as parish priest. And it was extensive, of all kinds of cures, all kinds of maladies cured here at Knock. And down through the years that continued, in the same pattern, even up to the present time. I know James Grinnan, who fell from a ladder in Balladreen, 18 feet to the ground, and was completely paralysed. He was paralysed for 9 years. He was a young man with a family, and he came here to Knock, and he was cured here. One day when the statue of a lady was passing, they said that a petal just from the flowers fell on him, and he felt something happening to him. He got up and he walked, and he came here to the shrine to give thanks, and he lived afterwards a long, long life. He only died last year. That happened, I think, in the 50s, and he was cured sometimes in the early 60s.
Could these said to be truly miraculous, or could it be that there were some other natural explanation for these cures?
Well, God can cure us in two ways. The natural way, through the ordinary healing process in our own bodies, or he can cure you in some extraordinary way. But people are cured here all the time, most of them, I presume, through the natural healing powers of their own body. God can do that. He can work in all kinds of ways. But if it's something extraordinary, then that perhaps is more of a sign, not merely for the good of the person to whom it happens, but for people in general, to show God's presence or Our Lady's presence in a particular place.
Now, after years of deliberation, a new medical bureau, which is already being described here as a miracles bureau, has been set up with a view to rigorously examining claims of cures. It consists of a team of doctors which meets under the chairmanship of a retired professor of chemistry at Maynooth College, Dr. Michael Casey, and already it has begun work on 3 separate cases. Details of what it's doing are, of course, highly confidential at this stage, but members of the team are willing to discuss how the bureau will operate and the detailed examination they'll undertake in each case.
There is no stone unturned, everything is sifted, evidence is sifted. The Medical Bureau is not out to make miracles, but to prevent, shall we say, not unauthentic miracles, or call them bogus miracles, if you like, appearing, or miracles that should be really natural cures. The Medical Bureau prevents these appearing as miracles. It's a safeguard, and it has a purpose also, that if the case is extraordinary, medically extraordinary and inexplicable, it is up to the medicos and it is up to the Bureau to give glory to God for something that he has done, to give him, shall we say, official medical recognition of his work, and to Our Lady also.
Each year, over 1 million and perhaps as many as 1.5 million pilgrims come to Knock to pray at the shrine, many of them aged and infirm, and many seeking relief from pain or cures from various illnesses. During the busier Sundays in July and August, there can be as many as 60,000 people here at a time. In 1982, a new medical centre was opened, and it's from here that the new bureau will do most of its work, carefully evaluating the claims being made by grateful pilgrims. The work will be very similar to that being done at Lourdes, where there have been a total of 67 recognised miracles since 1858. The doctors who have been appointed to the board say they believe it will have an important role to play.
Our role is to refer to the competent church authorities once we have decided it is inexplicable medically.
And you'll have a fairly rigorous examination of these claims.
Well, we will. We hope to establish a national committee of distinguished medical people who will decide if it is explicable on a medical basis or not.